Okay guys, getting ready here. We are a little bit ahead of the time, but I want to make sure we are streaming live. So all the systems are go. Let me start posting on the forum and on the Facebook. We'll let the people know as well that we are live right now, and we'll go from there. First of all, thanks for joining this broadcast. I hope so that everyone can hear me well. There we go, and publish on a Facebook, and I'm going back to you guys. Alright, so welcome to the first, hopefully this is going to become a weekly event for us, and we're going to have this live broadcast on a weekly basis. First of all, how is the quality of the feed, guys? Is it okay? Alright, so I think it's kind of okay. Auto. I cannot. Let me try to see if I can push it higher, because this should be really. There we go. I will switch to 1080p. Boom, and we should have the improvement in the quality soon, guys. So don't get angry that the quality sucked at the beginning, but as I said, we should see right now the improvement. Yep, it's 1080p on my system, so hopefully it will update and you guys will have a better picture. So okay, enough with the bullshit talk. We are rolling. Let's go straight to the questions. I see the questions on the chat, and let me start from the top and see what you guys have to ask. All right, I'll go to the first one, and boy, you guys are posting so many questions, I cannot keep up. All right, so what? Okay, yeah, so there is a lot of questions if I am Russian or where I came from. Guys, I was born in Poland, but I'm the US citizen, obviously, and I'm not Russian, but I was born in Poland. So let's get this done. What is the next question? All right. What do you think of the Vepr AK 4711? So I guess you are asking about the Vepr FM, and the Vepr FM will be right here. See, it's always with me. We're going to go back to the Vepr briefly because, as you guys can see, I promise you at some point that we're going to test that FAB defense, and hopefully you can see a FAB defense rail. So they send out the rail. I'll also put their stack on it, and this stack has the adjustable cheek riser, so it should be fun for working with the annihilator combo. So we'll go back to the Vepr, but to answer to your question, I think so that the Vepr is outstanding rifle for the $999 Vepr FM. If you don't want to play with the conversion on your own, you can get that beast, and you cannot go wrong with it. It is a heavier rifle, so be ready that this is going to require a little bit of the muscles, but nothing what the grown-up man cannot handle. So if you're on the market for the beef up version of the AK rifle, because as you can see, you have the bulged trunnion, you got the thicker barrel, go for it. The problem, it's not the problem, but from the cosmetics, as you can see, there is no cleaning rod on it. Some people don't like that, but other than this, I like Veprs very, very much. All right, let's see what else we got. That was a question about the Vepr. Have a drink, crap. I'm sorry, I don't drink at this point. I just traded AR and built. I built for 500 for Arsenal 7 UFD. Did I get ripped off? No, I don't think so. I think you did a good job. I mean, depends what kind of AR you had. You didn't specify. But if you traded some, basic AR for the Arsenal 7, SAM 7, you did very well. So nothing to worry about. All right. What else we got, guys? What are your thoughts on a Vepr AK buffer tube? Any chance you will test it? Guys, the Vepr buffer tube works well. It is not the most sexy tube for the extension, for the receiver, but it does work, okay? Of course, it still uses the top two screws, if I remember this correctly, and I don't see that there is much what you can break with it, with the exception if you will have, you know, really a motion that way, and if those screws are not really tight correctly, then that will be that wiggling motion back and forward, and you could probably snap those screws. But to be honest with you, it's funny that you're asking for it, because I just heard about someone was asking me about the Vepr tube, and they said they had the problems with it. But honestly, just by looking by the design, I don't think so that you can screw up a lot on it. Okay. What else? Rap, what kind of foregrip do you recommend for someone with a shorter arm length? Well, by foregrip, if you're thinking about like attachable foregrips to the rails, I prefer to use very short ones, like those short stubby ones. Some people like the longer ones, but with the AK, remember, with the AK, because of this curved magazine, you don't want to have a really the forward grip extended like this, because you're going to have problems with changing magazines. So if you have to have some sort of the hand stop, use the short version as possible. All right. And other than this, that's pretty much it from my point. All right. What else we got? When you are going to get a CZ58, you mean the VZ58? Hopefully this year. It will all depend on the budget, guys. I would love to have all the guns possible, but then the reality kicks in, and you have to understand that to buy the gun is just the one thing, but then you have to buy the ammo, and there are other costs associated with everything. So it's kind of hard, but hopefully this year we'll get it on the show. All right. Now, how is the new Arsenal SLR 107R? Funny you ask. Here we are. Here's the beast. So far, so good. First episode on SLR 107R should go this Sunday. And basically, this is what I did to the rifle. In the original configuration, the rifle comes with the boring polymer stock, which we beat to death in so many other episodes. So that's the reason why I pimped this out. It has that new trigger. This is the new addition to the arsenal. They get rid of that annoying second stage wannabe trigger, and finally this is like for me it's a single stage trigger. It works nice, and basically this is how the rifle looks like today. Right, there you go, guys. Have it. Stay tuned to that episode on Sunday. We'll talk more about the Arsenal SLR 107R full HD video, because I did release the video from the under the hood, and unfortunately the quality sucked. We used the wireless network, wireless camera for it, and I apologize, and I took that video down. But don't worry, because we got the high resolution images and everything coming on Sunday. My favorite color, really? I honestly love Coyote Brown. Coyote Brown, flat dark earth. These colors, the Coyote Brown is awesome because the Coyote Brown blends so well with the nature, and it's easy to camouflage that color in any way possible. So if that makes sense to you. All right. Mowat RPKs, when there is a hope, guys. There is a hope. When I was at the SHOT Show and I was talking to the KVAR people, they said, they hinted that there is a really strong possibility that the RPKs at the limited numbers will be imported. All right. There was no hard date on it, but I would guess at the end of the summer, probably. All right. AK-74 versus Tantal, Polish Tantal. I don't know what this is a question from Necran, Resistance Lord. Oh my God, that's a scary scream name. I don't know. What would you like to see? They both rifles use 545, as you know, by 39. They have some differences on the front end, and then the Tantal has the different mounting for the handguards, and of course they are shipped with that kind of weird wire stock. But other than this, the both rifles are basically the same. All right. Uh, do you speak any Russian? Yes, I used to speak Russian very well. Right now, not that much, because unfortunately, when you're not using the language, you are losing it. And even with the Polish language, I'm losing it a little bit. So, but it is what it is, guys. Uh, just ordered Vepr FM 11. Okay, that question was already here. Sorry, I'm not really. I'm getting my hands on this, guys. I will get better as we go. Okay. All right. Uh, being from Poland, are you partial to Polish AKs? Not really. But I will tell you the one thing. The quality of the parts kits from the early 60s, even to the through the whole 60s, I would say to the 69, the quality of these Polish parts kits was outstanding, and you can see how the manufacturing was done, and they just look awesome. And if you are lucky enough to build a rifle from it, it will continue to go like a freaking Energizer bunny. And I really like those parts. I'm not saying that the 70s were bad, but yeah, I got the really huge nostalgia for those the 60s kids. They are awesome. Okay, but it's not like I'm favoring guys. It's like, honestly, I could care less where the AK where the rifle comes from. I really don't care. Okay, what counts for me is if the rifle goes bang when I pull the trigger. It's simple as that. And then if it goes bang, if we go through the, like, let's say barrel test, when we do those magazines dumps, and I want to see how much I'm losing when the barrel is warming up, or what kind of quality I can squeeze out from it. So it is like multi-stage process what you're seeing in the 5,000 rounds videos, because ultimately, I could just go and do the magazine dumps and show you the pictures and be done with it. But I'm trying to give you a better understanding what you can expect from that rifle, not just with the because of the long mileage, or because of the extended mileage on the parts, but also what kind of accuracy you can get, what to be aware of. For example, if you do quickly go through the 2-3 magazines, and what is going to happen, how this is going to affect your point of impact and performance like this. So basically, that's what I'm looking for, guys. I do not favor. I really. Some people are accusing me that I have this weakness, or I'm favoring the cam block rifles, and I'm destroying on purpose the U.S. made rifles. That's a complete bullshit. I mean, like, honestly, if someone is saying this, it's just get a fucking life. What I'm always fair. I don't care really where the rifle is coming from, as long as the rifle is performing as it should. All right. Uh, Next question. Let's see what we guys got here. Love Vepr. Everyone loves Veprs. Any news on the Mowat VSS, guys? This is like one of these, I wish stories. Is it going to happen? I have no idea. I really, at this point, I wouldn't even wait for it. It's like if someone is waiting for the VSS to be imported. I don't even know if they're allowed to be imported. I'm not the lawyer, but please remember, because of that stupid agreement, I think it was done during the Clinton there are some rifles which Russians voluntarily said they will not export them to United States. So that's why we cannot have SVD, for example, because of that stupid agreement. I mean, right now we couldn't have it anyhow because of the executive order from Obama in place, but I'm just saying. All right. Will you do any test for SKS rifles? Do it for Canadian fans. Hi, Canada. There is a problem with the SKS rifles. As you know, you're loading the rounds from the strip, and you got usually 10 rounds on the strip. Uh, this would, from the logistical point of view, to do the 5,000 rounds on it, it would be a struggle, okay? We will do something with SKS. Maybe we can show you how you can pimp it out. I know Paul purchased the SKS, and I think, excuse me for my stupid phone, okay? And I think we'll do something about the SKS. It's not going to be a 5,000 rounds, forget that, but we'll do something about the SKS. All right, what else we got here? Are you doing any classes in Illinois this year? At this point, guys, we do not have any classes on the schedule. As I said this a few times already, together with Paul, we have some commitments, so we have to, do that first. And if we'll have any openings for the, at the end of the year, or it's pretty much end of the year, then maybe we'll put something on the schedule. At this point, I honestly don't want to commit myself. I don't want to put anything on the schedule and then later tell you guys that we have to cancel it, because what's the point? If I say I will do something, I will do it. All right. And together with Paul, we love to work with you guys. We love to go on the road. And it's awesome experience, because this is like really meeting you in person. It's much better than just even interacting through the computer, right? But as I said, it all depends what's going to happen down the line. All right. Did you stop by IO booth at the SHOT Show from Orange Pitbull? No, I did not. To be honest with you, I was at the SHOT Show only for 2 days, and I couldn't even see their booth. But I mean, what's the point, man? Right? They do whatever they want to do, and they will continue to do whatever they want to do. We tried. I give it a first shot, and we had the problems with that rifle, and it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. All right. Do you think AK-74 will make a comeback? I think so. I think the 74 is gaining a little bit more traction. Unfortunately, there is not that many 74s, brand new ones, up for sale. You have SLR 104, you have the Vepr 74, and then you have few others which are lower quality available on the market. And that's the part of the problem. When you talk to the manufacturers and try to tell them, hey, we need more 74 rifles, they say, well, the 74s are not selling very well. And this is like catch-22, it's like you cannot sell more if you're not making more, because people don't buy, because they don't have that many choices. But Palmetto State Armory is looking into the 74s too. So we'll see. Of course, they do have some hiccups with their kits and everything, but we'll see how this is going to sort out. There is a hope for the 74s. Okay, I think over the time you will see more and more 74s, right? Why don't you plan to touch Riley Defense AK? Because of the Castrion from Rick. The Riley Defense is a brand new company. I mean, they are for the few years, but now they're kind of becoming popular and everything. At some point, we will have the Riley Defense rifle. At this point, I'm honestly afraid, guys. You have to understand, uh, just like with DDI, we took the rifle fall apart, not once but twice, and look what happened to them. Uh, so uh, the cast strunion, if done correctly, could perform. I strongly believe in this now, right? But the quality of the materials used is extremely important. And the Riley Defense sells the rifles for $499, something like this. Guys, if you will start deducting the FFL tax and some other costs, you will see that there's not that much room left on that rifle to use the good components. I'm not saying that they don't use the good components. I'm not telling that they don't do a great job, but it's kind of hard to believe it, right? And we'll see what's going to happen. If they will continue to exist as a company, I'll for sure pick it up and buy it, and we'll do the full battery of tests on it and see where they are standing. At this point, let them grow a little bit, and I don't want to be responsible for shutting something down. So let them grow and exist. We'll see what's going to happen. All right. Next question. Will you review FAB Defense AK Mag? Yes, that magazine will be used extensively. Numerous of them will be used extensively on during the 5,000 rounds test on the SLR 107R. We'll do the drop tests and everything. So yes, we'll moving forward with those magazines. I'll tell you right away, they are not metal reinforced, so they feed well. But as far as being durable, you know what's going to happen. You're going to drop the rifle. I can guarantee you that they're going to snap on that locking tab here. But we'll see. Okay, I didn't broke one yet, so we'll see. Do you think PSA will come out with AK-74? Yes, they will. I told you that already. They will have all the calibers. They're looking into the 7.62 by 54R and also into the family on the US calibers, from my understanding. Okay. Wanna see RPK 74? Awesome. I would like to see RPK 74 too. Rob, what do you think about the backlight magazines? Are they good to go? Because of the pricing of the backlight magazines, I think it was the second generation which got the reinforced lips. The first one is just the backlight, but those with the reinforced lips, like this magazine, I don't know if you guys can make it out, but it has the metal reinforcements on the lips over here. These are good; they will run. But they are more getting, it's almost at this point like collectible status for those magazines. And because of the pricing and everything, they are kind of expensive. So to be honest with you, steel magazines, they just do perfectly fine. Okay. All right. What do you think of the Rifle Dynamics 0.77 inches group at 100 yards? Well, I have seen that group. The group consisted only of the 3 shots. Guys, if I would go and show you all the groups of 3 shots which I have from numerous rifles, then all of them will be sub-MOA. But this is not how you grade the rifle, all right? And to be honest with you, to have a better understanding, you should run at least 4 groups of 5 shots and see if the rifle consistently is grouping below 1 MOA, right? Now, we have that rifle is in a 7.62 by 39 caliber. This is a horrible choice for the DMR rifle because the further you go, the more punishment you will get on incorrect range estimations, because as you know, the 7.62 goes like in the rainbow pattern, whatever. If they claim that this rifle shoots constantly 0.7 MOA, good for them. As I said, based on the 3 shots and 1 group, for me, that's laughable. but it is what it is. It's a nice looking rifle. I mean, it's looking nice, that's for sure. All right. Can you post a video showing how to modify the ALG trigger for the Arsenal rifles? How to cut out this connector, fix the trigger slab, and smooth the hammer. This is something that I can do. Maybe even just show the pictures, and because that all you have to do is see the pictures, right? And maybe even in the live feed next week, I can remove the trigger group and show you in a camera. I think we have the high definition here, and you can see what's going to how this is all looking like, and I'll explain what has to be done. So yeah, I'll put the note. Someone took my pen. Okay, I'll memorize, and I'll do that next week. Okay, the question from Lee Armory. How about 5,000 rounds test on a Lee Armory rifle? Copper Customs mentioned you were interested in a Bulgarian AK-74. That's something what we will probably do, guys. I will do your rifle this year. This is going to happen. 74, why not? We can roll with the 74. I will purchase it from the Copper Customs, and we'll work this out. I don't want to give you any dates at this point because everything's fluid, but we'll do it. Okay, what's the best deal in a case? Well, that's from John Alexander. John, what do you mean by what's the best deal? As below $1,000, as I said, at this point you really have to look into that SLR 107R. This is a great value, and if, as you know, the Arsenal rifles, they tend to hold the value even for the longer time, so you're not losing that much of the money. Vepr, again, that's another rifle in the price range below 1,000 rifles. Vepr FM 47, or if you are a skilled guy and you want to play with it, you can get the Vepr even cheaper and do the conversion on your own. So right off the bat, there you go. You got two really cool rifles to look for. All right, where I can get the FAB Defense handguard. Look for there is an online dealer. I honestly forgot the website, but look at also the Mako Group. Mako Group, they do sell them online in USA. There are places, just look at the Google FAB Defense, and you will see who's selling them. All right, someone is asking for the 5,000 rounds pistol testing. I mean, guys, come on. Who's going to now load all those magazines? It will be absolutely incredible task. And most of the magazines, they are limited to 17, 18, sometimes 20 rounds. But that's a lot of magazines to load just for the 30 rounders, guys. I'm telling you, so you need 34 magazines to go over 1,000. So, and that's I just sit and load them. So I love to. We will do some pistol testings probably, but that's not going to be a 5,000 rounds on the pistol. All right, where are our Saigas? That's an excellent question from James. Hey, everything is in the hands of the president. If he will decide to remove the executive order, which pretty much banned the import of Saigas, we should see them. When this is going to happen, if this is going to happen, be my guest. I do not have the crystal ball. I cannot guess this out, guys. Okay, hard to tell. All right, I have this is from Mando P. Hey Rob, I have Vepr 7.62 with slant count receiver. Is it better to get an adapter for it or just a specialized M4 stock? I would go with the adapter because adapter gives you more flexibility, and then you can roll with the different tube stocks, or you can do whatever you want to do. Once you buy just the specialized stock for it, you are kind of stuck with that stock, if that makes sense. Okay, so I would go and run with the adapter. All right. Okay, from Orange Pitbull again. The Riley Defense owner is former IO engineer. Okay, I'm just reading you guys. Why didn't you join French Foreign Legion? Because I love the U.S. Army more. All right. What do you think about the Krebs Custom KTR-09? Um, I do not really click which rifle is this. I'm not familiar with their numbers. The Krebs is making a decent rifles, guys. If you're looking for something different than your regular AK, he's the place to look for. Would I buy the rifle, AK for the $2,000? No, I would not. But because I think so, you always have to look for the value, what you're getting in exchange. And if you think that this is worth it for you, and and you need something different, absolutely go knock yourself out. You won't be disappointed. Personally, I think so that in that price range you can get some other better rifles, which will give you more bang for the money. All right. What do you think of the Vepr 308 rifle? I think so. They are very, very interesting idea, and I think that the 308 caliber on the Vepr may work very, very well. I did shoot the 6.5 Grendel Veprs, and it was a very good experience. I did not shoot the 308 from Vepr. Looking forward to it. Definitely, I will look for the 308 Vepr. Honestly, like for my private use, because I really like the 308 round. It's really good. You can have fun up to 800 meters and be really consistent with it. The question is what kind of barrel, quality barrel we have on those Veprs 308s. But I will look to it. Okay. Paul doesn't talk much in the videos. Do you beat him up off camera? No, no. Paul is not the talker, guys. Paul is a goer. He's a door kicker and trigger puller. All right, that's all you have to know about the Paul. Remember, guys, the most dangerous guy in the room is not that the guy who pumps the chest and talks about all the bullshit. The most dangerous guy is always that one who sits quietly in the corner, okay? Because he will fuck you up, okay? What else we got? What's your favorite handgun? I really like Zig P226, but I also like Glock 17s, full-size pistols, basically, guys. Nothing special. I'm not into those, high-end boutique pistols. Something what works, and the both the Zig and Glock, they just work. They just work, guys. Have you ever stuck your piston in Paul's gas tube? Wow, that's fucking absolutely fucking bad question. All right. Is that Ula in the background? Yes, she's roaming somewhere there. Is that AKO U store behind you? No, that's pretty much our townhouse. I live in the townhouse. Sorry for everything, but I'm running out of the space, and we got everything all over the places. So, um, all right. Any word back from Daniel's defense on the rail from the test? No. I tried to talk to them at the SHOT Show, but the guy who I was talking to before the SHOT Show, he was busy, and then I had to go. So we kind of miss each other. I will go back and I will call him again. The Daniel defense reached out to me, and they were generally interested in the problem, and they want to see what the issue is. So as soon as I will get some info from them, I will let you know, guys, for sure. How many parts are 922 are on it straight out of the shelf, and what materials is it made of? I guess you're asking about the SLR 107R. So the US made parts are, guys, the stock, the handguard, and the trigger group, and then you had the muzzle nut. All right, Everything else, the receiver, gas tube, bolt carrier, bolt, trunnion, all that good stuff was made in Bulgaria, and even it's stamped on the receivers, made in Bulgaria. Okay. All right. Some angry people here. I'm not going to read that comment. And I have some good questions, but someone forget to post the question. What are your thoughts on Arsenal SLR 104 FR? Very cool rifle. You know, if you are into the 545 by 39 and you thinking about maybe doing a SBR, absolutely go for it. I would absolutely go for it. Would you love to own Dragunov? Absolutely yes. Why wouldn't you? Right? The problem, guys, is there are few Dragunovs available in the United States, but the last known to me SVD in a decent condition sold for over $12,000. At this point, it is absolutely collectible item only. I would never ever pay $12,000 for SVD, because this rifle, in my eyes, is for the user, for using it. It's not worth it, that kind of money. All right. If there will be for $1,500, absolutely, I would probably get one and have fun with it. But you know, as I said, at this point, this is the collectible item. I'm not questioning the collectible price. I think it's absolutely worth it. For the collector, it is worth it, because those prices will only continue to climb up for the SVD. But I wouldn't, you know, for like I want to use. I don't collect rifles. I just, everything is beat up on my end. So I wouldn't pay the $12,000 just for the fact of having it, right? I hope this makes sense to you guys. What's your favorite AKM ever? The favorite ones, I really like the Polish AKMs. I like the original Russian AKMs. These are all great, you know, great rifles. And it's shame that we cannot import the whole rifles in the original state, and we have to, you know, cut the receivers and everything, because I tell you guys, in Europe you can buy the Polish AKM rifle, or even milled ones AKs, for around 600-650 euro. So I mean, in original state, imagine that. But we're never going to have it unless some import laws are going to change. Can we say PSA build kit is best value at this point? Guys, if you are following me, I posted video from Mel64D. He's my friend. Mel is also active on AK Files, and there was a lot of either misunderstandings or misinformation or miscommunication between the customers and PSA, and there were some really serious quality issues with those kits. So at this point, I will withhold my judgment. First of all, because I never purchased that kit, and I'm not planning to. But just wait what's going to happen. I want to see how the PSA is going to handle the situation, how the issues are going to get addressed. I'm in the direct talking with a few guys who go into the customer service issues with them, and we'll see how this is going to end up. All right. When hold on. Can you put your dog on a stream? I unfortunately not really, because I took over my German Shepherd vet. I put all the rifles here, and she basically salute me with the one finger and walk out from the room. So if she will decide to come over, you know, you guys will see the beast. You will see the guard dog. All right. What do you think of the firearms news article with the 5,000 rounds put up or shut up review of the IO rifle? Guys, at this point, the print media reviews I think so. There's something totally wrong with those media, with those magazines, gun magazines. I think they're struggling. And they're struggling for a reason. There is a lot of fake news there, and you cannot make this up. The was it one of the gun magazines just handed out the award for the gun rifle of the year, which that rifle was on a serious safety recall, and it's just basically boils down to who is advertising in those magazines, and they are not really chasing the customers. They are more concerned with the revenue from. I'm not going to use any names because I don't want to get sued, but it's pretty much obvious that the revenue from the advertisement is more important than anything else to them, and that's all you have to know about it. Okay, so if someone says that they did it and they feel good about it, and that rifle went through it, fine, let it be. All you have to do is go online, Google, the rifle, and you will see. We're not talking only about our problems, but you will see the whole boatload, huge boatload of problems associated with firearm in question. So take it this for whatever it is worth, guys. All right. What are your thoughts of the Alpha AK, real or vaporware in the US? That's from Christian, and I think you're asking about that Kalashnikov USA Alpha rifle. The good thing is I was able to hold the real rifle in my hands at the shot show. I wasn't able to shoot it, but at least it was a metal, not the 3D printout. Okay, so there is something working. We all have seen some videos. Some of them were doctored because you could see the guy was shooting, and there was a noise, but there was no shell flying out. So, but whatever, they moving forward. There are prototypes, working prototypes for sure, with for those rifles, and they said that probably at the end of the 2017, the Alpha will be up for sale. So, hey, we'll see what's going to happen. We got nothing to lose at this point, right? All right. What else we have here? I suggest that someone have serious questions. You should put question on. Okay. One of the guys wrote, I suggest that if someone have serious question, he should put question before it. Rap will have less problem finding it. All right. What else? What rail is at that Vepr again? This is from Survival. That was the FAB Defense, FAB Defense Vepr rail or RPK rail. Okay. How do you feel about Dracos? Dracos have actually very good track record with the actual users. I do not own the Draco, but the people who own them, they are really happy with them and they enjoy them. Okay, so take it for whatever it is worth it. Hey Rap, cheers from Poland. Pozdrowienia dla Polski, okay guys? Stay cool. Ultimac for primary arms, micro dot or side mounted? Question from 7.62 War Daddy. I will tell you this right away, guys. If you do have a side rail, always roll with the side rail. The side rail will give you more options. It was designed for the optic, and basically it stays in place. Okay. With Ultimac, remember this is something what you are clamping to the barrel, and the Ultimac replaces the gas tube. So you're going to have a tremendous stress hit, especially if you're that guy who likes to pull the trigger a lot and do a lot of magazine dumps. So you have to be aware of it, all right? I personally, I did cook on the Ultimac, the Aimpoint T1 Red Dot. I told you this before. So you have to be aware of that heat. If you do not have a side rail, yes, the Ultimac is a valuable option and easy to install it and everything, right? But just be careful, guys, with it. Pay attention to what you're doing. and careful with the magazine dumps. Alright? Rap, what was the first firearm you ever shot? If I remember this correctly, it was probably SKS, guys. So it was SKS. I was little, very little. Alright. IO says, this is from Fresh Flower. IO said that the new AKs for 2017 are better than any Vepr or Arsenal. Okay, let them have it. They can say whatever they want to say, but the reality is different, guys, and the reality checks in. So, but whatever. If they think they make better ones, good for them. Opinions on the new M10X with a Zhukov stock. This is kind of cool and interesting rifle, guys. I honestly hope so that they will. I know that at the beginning they were having some issues or problems, but I think that the M+M crew is working really hard to root them out, and I think that at some point these are going to be very cool rifles. I have not seen the Zhukov variant yet. I do not have it, but if they put the Zhukov on it, that should be a really cool options. Okay. What else we have? Opinion of the Yugo OPAPs. Very cool rifles, and it's a shame that we cannot see them anymore. To my best understanding, they do not import the OPAPs anymore. You see only NPAPs coming into the country. So it is what it is, guys. What do you think of aftermarket trigger upgrades? All right, here's my take on this. I really like the ALG trigger, that basic one. I mean, they changed the whole system, whole names right now, and they created a whole mess with the naming. But basically, whatever the ALG AKT, which was the basic trigger, was, I think was a very cool trigger. Now they created that super duper one, which I really don't care that much about it, because you need like a special, like a target shooting rifle for it. It had very clean and crisp break, but I wouldn't go that way for the regular rifle like this. And I know that they are coming out at probably summertime with the basic cheaper one, triggers in the shape like this. I touched that trigger, I pulled that trigger a few times. It was a very nice break, but it's not up for sale yet. So at this point, I really like those AKT triggers. You just have to be careful, like with the SLR rifles, Arsenal rifles, for that rivet which is sticking out from the trigger guard, and you gotta be aware of it. But I like those triggers. Then if you can do the mods on the Topco trigger, you can mod that trigger any way you want it, and it could be a very nice trigger. It's just, guys, do not overwork them, because I have seen some guys are treating those triggers, as a like a Lego blocks. You have to be careful, and you have to know what you're doing with it. Okay, so just be careful about it, guys. And what else we got? Do you still like your WASR 10, and would you recommend it for someone on budget? Absolutely. The WASR 10 is a great starter rifle, guys. I totally understand that some people, snobs, they hate WASRs, but I will tell you that the WASR, for what it was designed, remember, the WASR is an entry level rifle. The WASR should bring you to the hobby, and if you are on budget, roll with the WASR. Just do not expect miracle. I mean, there is a great possibility you're going to have a canted sights, but even with the Arsenal rifles, you're going to have canted sights. So if you can get the Wasser, and for the affordable price. I would never pay again for the Wasser like $700. That's just insane. But if you can find them for the $599, I think that's the going price right now. I'll definitely jump on it. Here we go. Hey, say something. Hi. That's our dog. She show up. All right. What else we go? Who makes the higher tier build AK you recommend? High tier, okay. High tier AK you recommend. I really had the good luck always with Definitive Arms guys. And what is cool about them, like the DAKM 4150 was sold below $1,000, and they were using the Polish parts kits. Many of them were from, as I said, 60s, and I always had the good luck with that company. And I honestly see them as the high tier US AK maker, and for the affordable price. So if you wanna spend the more money on AK, but don't get killed on the wallet, that's for sure. It's something to look for, right? What is I see a lot of hate for the IO rifles, OPAP or NPAP. Between these two guys, I would definitely go with the OPAP. In my eyes, OPAP was always better rifle than NPAP. Not even a question. Okay, not even a question. What else? Romanian zestawa PAP M92 versus Draco for AK pistol build. I think I would, if I would have to choose, I would roll with the Draco. From what I heard was that the Draco has more, you can get more out of the Draco as far as the quality. And the people who own the Dracos, they usually are very, very happy. Where with M92, you have to remember, there's a lot of complaints one way or another, guys. So all right, this is my favorite question from Garage Build, 7.62 or 545. Guys, honestly, the 545 is one of my favorite rounds for the carbines, for the rifles. 545 by 39 has less recoil than the 556 by 45, and I strongly encourage you to try it out, the 545 rifles. You will be pleasantly surprised and have fun with it. And 545 by 39 can deliver the punch at the extended ranges too. 7.62 is really cool inside the 300 meters. You can push it to up to 500, but as I said, again, we're going back, what you're getting in exchange. At those distances, you start shooting in the rainbows, and you have to be, there is basically less forgiveness on the reading the range estimations, and you have a less forgiveness on the wind because that round is flying slower and slower and slower. So for me, honestly, I love 545. Not even a question. Any news on Radom importing guns? So Fabryka Broni Radom, I did talk to the guys at the SHOT Show, and you should see their faces, okay? There were long faces, and nobody was happy there in that booth. They were hoping that they will have the US division of the FB Radom up and running by this time in 2017, and that's of course not the case. What is happening? The first batch of the rifles, which was sent out for the approval to the ATF, all the rifles got rejected, and they had to rework everything. But then there was some miscommunication between how the company was created here in the United States, and that drew the attention of the ATF and the State Department. And at this point, they're basically unwinding everything and going through all the reviews. Now, you have to remember, we have a new administration in place. So there is a chance that FB Radom will have a little bit more friendly crowd at the ATF and the State Department, and they will get their paperwork in check, and hopefully we will see them really moving forward. And maybe in 2018, we'll see some rifles sold in the United States. This year, I hardly doubt it. All right. We are up 7 more minutes, guys, and I'll have to cut it down. Vepr 54, would the Goatfucker Annihilator combo work good for it? For the 54R, I can talk to the primary arms and we can see how those lines will line up, and maybe we can come up with some zero for it. Because as you know, in the Annihilator, we got the BDC, bullet drop compensator, for the 7.62 by 39. So please email me after the show, email me, and I'll talk to the Dimitri from Primary Arms, and he will run the software, and we'll see what kind of zero you can have, and how those lines will cover up with 7.62 by 54 R. All right. All right. Pop M92 quality. As I said, guys, the feedback is some people are extremely happy with M92s. Some people are so-so, and some people are very unhappy with M92. So it really boils down to I think to the batches, how they coming in, and if the Zastava workers were happy on the day when they were putting them for the United States, they look awesome and they work awesome. But sometimes they have a bad day, or they didn't drink enough vodka, and you're getting pretty much not so great quality of the pistol. So it is what it is, guys. As I said, if you will talk to the actual users, and I'm getting tons of feedback on daily basis, guys. The Draco users are happier people. If you talk to them, they're happier people than M92 guys, right? Top 5 AKs from TAPREC 13. At this point, I will tell you this. Look at the Vepr FM. Look at the Arsenal SLR 107, 104. Look at the good old SGL 31 rifles. Look at even those converted Saigas. If you will do the conversion of the Saiga rifle well, it's an absolutely fabulous rifle. Thoughts on the mod Vepr 1V from Legion with USA with a rail cover. I haven't seen that rifle. The guts should be okay because it's a mod inside. I'm not so sure about that rail on the top of that cover. I honestly don't know, guys. Hard to tell. This could go either way. It could be really cool, or it could be a complete disaster. All right, but at least you know that the guts will be good. All right. Tabuk flash hider, guys. Not the big fan of those Tabuk flash hiders. Any 4-prong flash hider will do outstanding job. You will be really pleased and happy with it. I have seen those long Tabuk flash hiders impacting the rifle performance, honestly, and they can open up the groups. They may not do anything, but I don't know. I'm kind of like divided on them. As I said, if you're looking for the flash hider, just get the solid 4-prong and roll with it, and you will be extremely happy. All right. Price start on M16 clones. Well, that's that's a tough question. Made by who? If you want to get the really good, nice clone of the M16, I think so. You can get those in a price range around $1,000, maybe a little bit more with today's prices. And really, guys, it is outstanding time to dive into the AR-15 market, because there's such a saturation of the market with those parts. If you want to snatch something, build clones, rifles, whatever you want to, you can really dig in and get the good deals on it. All right. Best AK in $1,000 range. I told you already. I just keep repeating myself. Look into the Vepr FM. Look to the SLR 107. Why not? If you like the fixed stocks, or if you like the folding stocks. If you like 545, look at the SLR 104. Question: wood or polymer handguards? I will take a wood any day over the polymer. As you can see, even here, I put it that wood. I mix it with the cheese grater. I just have a weakness for the wood. I like those wooden accents. Nothing against the polymer. I understand that people like polymer handguards too. Nothing against them. I just personally I like to have the wood on the rifle. All right, guys. Two last questions. Okay. AMD 65. Boy, these rifles, guys, sold. They're right now being sold very, very cheaply. Some of them are really nicely made, but I have seen some horrible, horrible, horrible disasters on the AMD 65. One of my friends purchased one too, and he had to rework it. Basically everything. So, like with any kind of cheap rifle, you're going to have some disappointments. You cannot avoid it, all right? If you can check it out, if you can do the check-in before purchasing. Unfortunately, when you're purchasing online, that's not possible. But if you can go to the store, look the rivets, look to the quality of the assembly, how everything was done, and you can do that, snatch it. Why not? But most likely you're buying online those rifles, and it's hard to basically you have to depend on someone from the online store to do the checkup for you, and that goes to how honest they are, I guess. All right. Uh, question: do you clean your wood? No, I do not clean the wood on the rifle. Even after the when we dunking the rifles into the creek, guys, I never clean the wood. It just dries out and it's good to roll. If those were coated with the coat, protective coat, that wood will withstand the harsh weather elements, and nothing is going to happen. All right. All right. Is Venom Tactical antidote worth the money? I use that brake, and it is okay brake, but honestly, guys, you're not gaining that much from it. You may see some minimal differences, but for the average user, you're not going to gain that much. If you're in competition and you're running a 3-gun or something, you want to go for it, yeah, probably you can go for it. But I will tell you that the regular basic brakes and I'm not even selling that brake, but look at to the JMac Customs, right? If you want to have, it will be loud as hell. It will spin your head around, but it will work. And they are below $100. Okay. All right, guys. Last question. When the WASR 10 5000 test is coming through, guys, we're not going to put the WASR 10 through the test, but I'll tell you from my personal WASR, I have probably around 10,000 rounds on it already, and that beast is still going strong, and keep chewing the rounds. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, for tuning to us. If you like this, we'll have this weekly. So this is better way for me to stay in touch with you and give you a chance to talk and kind of exchange the views and communicate with you guys. But as I say, if you don't like it, just say it, to the hell with that video, okay? And don't do that anymore. All right. Have a great night, guys. Have fun. Have a great weekend. And don't forget to tune on Sunday. It will be 10 a.m. Central. First episode for the SLR 107 are coming in. Thank you, guys. Bye.